Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 4 for the event abroad travel. In this example, we are going to study a birth chart of a female. That female, that is girl, actually is was doing her undergraduation, and she wanted to go abroad for a vacation. For the past 2 years, he has been trying, but she could not go. Only in one particular dasa period, then she could travel abroad for vacation for a couple of months. She was there during summer. So now we have to check whether that girl has got the destiny to travel abroad, and which are the favorable key planets favoring that native to support for travel abroad, and which dasa is supportive, and accordingly book the antra. We have to check it. So now let us examine the birth chart. Example number 4, abroad travel for vacation. Now let us examine the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that female who wanted to go abroad for vacation when she was doing her graduation. And let us now examine and whether the destiny was promising, and also whether the periods also supportive, and why she could not travel during those periods, and only in which period she traveled abroad. What is the what is the reason for that, and all we will discuss. Now let us start with the general study. Let me open that birth chart. Now let us check the general study. Lagna is Leo Lagna, and third lord is Venus. Venus is posted in the 6th house in the sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn. That Venus is posted in the sign of Aquarius, where Moon is also posted. Moon is 12th lord. So third lord, 12th lord are conjoined. They are present in the Aquarius, that is the Aries sign. So that is also good. And the sign lord Saturn is posted there itself. That is also good. I mean, in its own sign, but not in Aquarius, but in the Capricorn. Now, ninth lord. Who is the ninth lord? Ninth lord planet is Mars. Whether ninth lord is aspecting to these or conjunct with this Venus and Moon, so directly it is present. No, that ninth lord Mars is posted in the 11th house in the sign of Mercury. That Mercury is posted in the 4th house and aspecting to Mars. So Mars is aspecting to Saturn by 8th aspect. Mars is aspecting to Jupiter. So Mars is aspecting to Jupiter, and Mars is aspecting to Saturn. So there is no direct connection to the Mars and Venus and Moon. But Mars is 9th lord occupying 11th house is good. And that you can see Jupiter in the sign of Mercury and Mercury in the sign of Jupiter. So that way that Mercury and Jupiter are in sign exchange, and Mercury is conjoined with the Sun, the Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord is conjoined with the Venus, that is second Lord and 11th Lord. So this is occupying 5th house, aspected by Mars. So Lagna Lord is aspected by 9th Lord from the 11th house. This is also supportive that Lagna Lord is occupying 5th house. So this is all supporting for the Lagna is getting the aspect from the favorable Mars from the 11th house being the 9th Lord. And also that sign Lord Jupiter also is in sign exchange. That is also aspected by the Mars. And third lord, 12th lord are connected and are posted in the Aquarius sign. So they're all indicating third house, 9th, 12th house are connected. And that Rasi Lord Saturn is aspected by the Mars. That way, that is also indirectly getting the impact. And also Lagna Lord also getting the impact of that. So it is all indicating some strength. It's supportive for such a travel, but we have to check in detailed extended significations. Now let us do the extended signification and have a look at the self significations. that event I have chosen is abroad travel general. So general in the sense it can be taken for anything, for all sort of events, because whether it is for the vacation or any for job prospects or anything, so that can be taken. Only for education we cannot take it, because here fourth house is given under the D3 and unfavorable, but for the education it will be coming under the favorable. So you can take it as a general. Now let us check the significators. Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord, fifth occupant, 216 Kaspal Star Lord. So 15216. This is not indicating any favorable houses. It is not indicating any unfavorable. Being the Lagna Lord occupying fifth house is good. So what we can make, sun can be given blue color. And 12th Lord. 12th Lord occupying 7th house and 9th Kaspal sublord. This is good. Moon is to be given dark green. And 9th Lord. 4th Lord, 9th Lord occupying 11th house, 3rd Kaspal star Lord, and Rahu occupying 4th house, 7, 11, 7, 11. This is all good. Good houses, but because of the 4th house, we cannot say it is unfavorable, but 9, 11, and 3. So what we can do, Mars, we can give light green. And 12th Lord, Moon already we have taken. 3rd Lord, 10th Lord occupying 6th house, and 3, 6, 12 Kaspal sublord. And Ketu representing 10 and 159, that is also supportive. This Venus 3rd Lord and 3, 6, 12 Kaspal sublord is good. So definitely Venus can be given dark green. And Ketu occupying 10th house, 159 star Lord representing Venus, that is also favorable. For the traveling, this is also supportive, light green. And Rahu occupying 4th house, 7 and 11 Kaspal star Lord and 7 and 11 Kaspal sublord. This is supportive because of the 7th house, 11th house. But occupying 4th house, it is indicating some weakness, but we cannot say it is unfavorable. So Rahu we can give blue color. Jupiter, 5th Lord, 8th Lord occupying 2nd house, 1, 5 Kaspal sublord. So for the vacation point of view, 5th house is supportive, Lagna is also supportive, but it is having 2 and 8, it is not good. And 5, 1, 5 are supportive for the purpose. So what we can do, it is indicating 8 and 2, we can say it is supportive for travel also, it can support for coming back also, but still it is not having strong favorable. Jupiter we can give mixed one, because of the 1, 5 is favorable and 2, 8 and 2 is not good. And Saturn is 6th Lord, 7th Lord occupying 6th house, and 4, 8, 12 Kaspal star Lord, and 2 and 8 Kaspal sublord. So these 2 and 8 is not good. 12 star Lord is fine. And 6th Lord, 7th Lord is good. 6th Lord, 7th Lord occupying 6th house. So, this planet, we cannot expect this planet to be completely as to have all the favorable houses, but it is having some supportive houses. Then we can consider that planet if it is not having unfavorable. But you can see 2 and 8 Kaspal sublord is not good. But 12th star Lord is fine, 7th Lord is fine. So unfavorable on the higher side, that we can take it. So, but still, these grouping also there. Anyway, let us keep light red for the Saturn. Saturn, that is not detrimental because of the 7th Lord occupying 6th house, or supportive only for the Lagna and for the professional prospects and all these things. But 2 and 8 for the event of travel, this is having some weakness. 12th star Lord is fine. Though it is having some mixed significations, let us give a light red because we have got many planets are having favorable. So let us to differentiate that. Saturn I have given light red. And Mercury, 2nd Lord, 11th Lord occupying 4th house, 4 and 10 Kaspal sublord. So this is not good also, but it is not having favorable, and it is talking about professional prospects, but it is not talking about the broad travel. 11th Lord is fine, but 2, 4, 4, 10 is indicating some weakness. So Mercury, we can give Mercury also light red, because 4 and 2, 4, 4, 10, this is not good. 11 is fine, But this 4 and 4 and 2, it is having weakness. And let us give a light red. I think you are able to understand. Now let us set colors and check. Let us go to the home page and let us check the destiny planets. Let me open that significators. Let us examine the significators. That thing is that previous chart we checked. No planets are strongly having in self-signification a good grouping. Only by level-wise grouping only they were supportive. In this case, let us see. Venus is having 3, 3, 6, 12. This is good. Venus is having good signification. Moon also 12th lord and 9th sublord. And Mars 9, 11, and 3. And no, they are not having good grouping. They are not good. And this is also common for everything. So this is not also not strong good. And Mars is fine. And Mars, Moon, and Venus. And that Ketu. So 3 planets are favorable. Mars, Moon, and Ketu, Venus. So 4 planets are favorable, and the remaining 4 planets are only having some supportive but not very strong. So now let us check the ninth lord, ninth sublord, and 12th lord and 12th sublord. Third lord Venus in the star of Mars. These are all supportive, and sublord is having some weakness, but star lord and sublord is fine. And 12th sublord, 9th lord, let us check ninth lord. Ninth lord Mars is fine. Star level Jupiter is having weakness. It is not supporting to that. And 2 level is fine. And sublord is favorable. So planet in the star of Jupiter is having some weakness, not supporting to the ninth house matters for the travel. But the 2A level is supportive, but this is having some weakness. So ninth lord key planet is good. Key planet is Mars and Moon and Mercury. So Venus. And also Mars also coming. Mars is repeated. Moon is coming and Venus is coming. 12th sublord, 3rd sublord, and 9th sublord. So both are playing roles. That is good. And what else? We have to check the Venus. 12th sublord we already checked. And 12th Lord Moon. 12th Lord in the star of a planet Rahu is supportive, but it is not strongly indicating any abroad travel, and all. Sublord also not very strong. Star Lord of the sublord only it is indicating. So 12th Lord is having supports, but not very strong. Only the 12th sublord is having support. That sublord also not very strong. 12th sublord and 3rd Lord star level. This Venus and Mars combination is good. And here Venus and Mars. Only Venus-Mars combination. Venus in the star of Mars, good key planets are supported. So that is the only point it is having. And now we have to check the Dasa Lord. The good key planets are Venus and Mars. These are the strong key planets, Venus and Mars. And Moon also, right? Because Moon is the ninth sublord, na? So Moon is playing role here also, no? In Mars, Moon is also playing role. And for Venus, Moon is not directly playing role, but it may be there in supports. Where is Moon? Moon is posted in the sign of, yes, Moon is conjoined with Venus. So when Venus we are talking, Moon is conjoined with that. So automatically the ninth sublord, sixth sublord, third sublord, 12th sublord, all are conjoined. And also that Mars is also present, that Mars is also, whether it is supportive to that. Mars is not directly supporting that, already we discussed, but this is in the star of Mars itself. So Mars 3, 12, and 9, they are not connecting to the Mars we discussed, but here Venus in the star of Mars itself. That is fine. And Moon in the star of Rahu representing Mars. So that way it is supportive. So now what we have to do, we have to check the periods in which then she was trying to go abroad. Actually, during that, now she's running Saturn Mahadasa, started from the 2000, 2012 April onwards. She was running, she is running. Just a minute. Let me see the periods. Yes. From April 2012 onwards, she is running Saturn Mahadasa. Previously, she was running Jupiter Mahadasa and Rahu Bhukti. During that period, no, let us check the age at that time. Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bhukti was running 19 years. Then Jupiter, Rahu, she was running 17, 18, 19 were running. So during that period, actually, she was running, she was into, the college and all, she was trying to go abroad. During that period, Jupiter and Rahu was running. Jupiter, you check whether Jupiter is supportive for the traveling abroad. Which are the favorable key planets we need? We need favorable key planets. Moon, Venus. Venus, Mars, and Moon. These are the favorable key planets that they are rule. That destiny also having got these planets. Jupiter is okay, it is fifth lord, it is fine, not a problem, the source, but eighth lord, it is having weakness. Star level is moon is fine, sub level is Mercury. That is not fine. Source is having some weakness, but star level is fine, 2 level is supportive, and Venus is not playing. Ketu, Venus. Venus is not playing role at the any level, only the last level only. That Mercury, which is having weakness, that is ruling. So Jupiter was not supportive. So Jupiter and Rahu, Bugdi also, no, it is in the star of Mercury, not favorable. Sub of Jupiter also not very good. So that means Rahu also not strongly signifying any good key planet in the source. So that way, the Jupiter Dasa did not favor. Then Saturn Dasa started. Saturn have given us light red because of these 2 and 8. It is having some supportive. Seventh Lord is good, but it is weak. It is indicating weakness. But look at the star Lord Moon is good key planet. Here also Moon, but we have to check the remaining levels. 12 level is Rahu, but here sublord is Mercury, but here sublord is Venus, and star lord of the sublord is Mars. So these Venus, Mars, the good key planets are ruling at the sub-level and star lord of the sublord. Star lord also good key planet, sublord also good key planet, star lord of the sublord also good key planets. So that way it is good. And Saturn is having these planet in its rulers. You can see, in supports. In Saturn sign only, Venus and Moon are pushed. It means what? Venus and Sun are conjoined. They are all forming ruler link, forming good bondage. Now, Saturn is posted in its own sign, though it is having some weakness. That is also getting the influence of this Moon and Venus. And of course, they are also getting, Moon and Venus also getting the influence of the Saturn. But weakness, source planet strength is getting reduced by the favorable, strong star lord and sublord planet, right? And moreover, that Mars, which is the unfavorable key planet, 4, 9, 11, 3, and representing Rahu, that Mars, which is another favorable key planet, is aspecting to Saturn. Mars is aspecting to Saturn by 8th aspect. So that way, Mars is the Saturn is getting the support from the Mars also, Venus also, Moon also. So this Saturn is strong enough to support for travel abroad. By the time you can see Saturn is a key planet, it is having unfavorable 2 and 8 key planet. It is having weak key planet. That unfavorable are reduced by the remaining level. So it is supportive, but that is also not supportive for long stay because of this unfavorable, because this is going to influence Moon and Venus are in the sign of Saturn only. So being the sign Saturn, and also that being the sign lord, also the source planet, that influence also will be there on this planet. So during that Saturn period, that native travel abroad, that Saturn Bugdi started Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi started in which period? Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi started in, April 20th onwards. April 20th, 2012 onwards, it was running that Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi started. In Saturn Bugdi, Saturn Antra was running up to 1110. So that native traveled abroad for 2 months for vacation during that May, June month. May, April onwards, after that, May, June 2012, that during that period, Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, Saturn Antra was running. This is capable to send the native abroad for the vacation, right? So you can see what then vacation is signifying which houses. You can see the seventh lord, 7 and 9, 7 and 11, all are supportive. And fifth house, if it is also present, then only it will favor for the vacation, because for the pleasure trip and all, third house is required, and Lagna and 5 is also connected. It's good. That who is the planet which is having that, fifth house and 11th house? 11th house already there here, but what is the fifth house? Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth lord. Jupiter is not playing role here. But if you see, Jupiter is aspecting to Saturn. Jupiter is aspecting to Saturn. Then let me open that EPS table. Saturn is aspected by Mars and also Jupiter. Saturn is fourth lord, ninth lord, 11th occupant, three-star lord. This is also supportive for travel, and also the Jupiter, fifth lord. These are all supportive for the fifth lord, and also 1 and 5 cuspals of lord. So moon is conjoined with Venus. That is also we already discussed. So that Saturn source planet is getting support from the Mars and also Jupiter importantly. And Saturn is in the star and sub of this planet, already we discussed. So fifth house is connected to the source planet. So during Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, Saturn Antra, for the first time that native traveled abroad for the occasion. I think you are able to understand how far that key planets in the star level, sub level supported. In the previous Dasa, star level is fine. The Saturn Dasa and Jupiter Dasa, if you see, star lord is same. Jupiter is comparatively better than Saturn in the self significations, because it is talking about Lagna and fifth house. But sublord for the Jupiter is weak, whereas sublord for the Saturn is a good planet. So star lord and sublord, good key planets. So that, they are ruling strongly, and also they are forming rulers link. They are all conjoined together and also getting the support of other planets also through the supports. And in addition to that, that weak Dasa Lord, some weakness it is indicated, that is being influenced by the star lord and sublord planet through the ruler links also. That way, that during that same, as soon as Saturn started, Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, Saturn Antra, the native traveled abroad for the first time. I think you are able to understand. We will meet in the next example. Good luck.